and everybody's talking about it. Like your Uber driver's talking about it. Your your next door neighbor that never even had a stock account is asking you about like what's about this stock. Then that's probably the time period where it's like that's when the ones of us that got in early, we are starting to take out our profits and start to reduce our position in that stock because now, like, once everybody's in on it, there's like almost nobody left to get in on it, right? So that's when you should be starting to look at the idea of like taking some profits at that point when it's like in the news every day and everybody's talking about it. That's when you should be looking the other way to see what opportunities are over here that the people that rushed in aren't looking at now.
It's like a different, this requires, to use one of your words, a different mindset. Like investing is just, it's different. It causes us to think different, so that we can grow differently. And so, man, I really like how you brought that down, man. I think that's on point.
And your clothing thing that you brought up, that made me think of like, so let's say when we were all into a certain type of shirt or a certain type of whatever, the second that you see your grandma put on that shirt or those shoes, it's over. Like once grandma, she killed it, right? When grandma or grandpa are wearing whatever shoes were the hot shoes, then it's like, oh, okay, now we got to move on to something else.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I 100% agree, man. And that, I tell you, I want to really like get into something right there. And it's something that you and I talk about a lot. So essentially like these trends, this stock market, we don't want it to be threatening to you all. We want it to be something that you grow in, we get educated about, we learn about, to maximize like all that it offers. And so, Brett, I want to get into this a little bit about like markets and like the whole thing about like something that you all may have heard about or may not have heard about, but it deals with like bull and bear markets. It goes from like
to the moon.
I put in 50 and it went to 500. Like we want to see it do that, right? But understanding that when it comes to this market, things, again, as Brett mentioned earlier, they tend to move up and down. And so at the timing of this particular video, we're in what most would call like a bear market, most would say. And nobody really fully knows, like, hey, are we out of a downtrend and going back up again? No one fully knows. And so if you are investing, which I hope you all are beginning to invest, understand that there are some good buying opportunities out there for you to get into, which is why we highly encourage the concept of ETFs, right? And so that way you can find out the best of the best in a particular sector. And so I think that's like really, really key in order to move forward. Brett, like markets are most people have been to like a garage sale, a flea market, a mall, shopped on Amazon, something like that, right? We shopped somewhere where wherever you shopped, that was a market. Things were bought and sold on that market. You all, if you know how to buy clothes on sale, you already know how to invest. You already get it.